लेकिन काम पे से आएंगे ना तो चलेगा। मैंने पूछा वो बोलो कैसा संडे से तो संडे अभी लेकिन संडे कितना और वो जाएगा Okay, hello everyone. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So, board is clear. If I'm writing something, can you
Yes,
see?
yes, yes.
Or should I take it more further?
No, sir. It's perfect.
It's perfect. All right. So, good evening, everyone. This is Sarang here. I'm gonna take your lecture today on geography, right? I think this is UPSC batch, right? English. Hello. Hello.
Both UPSC and Mpsc, I think.
UPSC and Mpsc. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I've written something. Can you see this?
Geography.
Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah, correct. So speak. We're gonna speak in this class. Huh? This would be interactive session. I don't like to be, silent people. I don't like them. So this process should be enjoyable. Okay. Hello, everyone. You with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now today's topic is climate or Indian climate. All right. So any one of you can tell me what is climate? Hello. Any one of you can tell me what is climate?
I think weather conditions.
Weather conditions?
That too specific to a particular location.
Particular location? Okay. Anyone else? Yes, guys. Pick up. I think there are nine or 10 participants, right? So one says weather, second is specific location. Is it so?
Long-term pattern of weather in particular area.
Long-term pattern. Okay. Long-term pattern. Anyone else? No? So let's talk about weather first. Okay. What is weather? Weather is always for short span of time. It is always for short span of time. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. So it is always short span of time. So how much short? Anyone can tell me how much short?
1 day max, minimum 1 day.
1 day? Okay. Any other try? Is it 1 day?
No, sir.
So,
it differs. The weather can be different in the morning and in the evening.
Yes, correct. It can be differ in the morning or in evening, correct? So, but there must be a span of time in every that span of time the weather must be changing, right? So,
Right,
if how many of you watch the news channels? they always say weather forecast. It's a weather forecast powered by so and so on. So this weather forecast given by what, or this data provided by whom? It's a meteorological department. Correct? Where is the meteorological department? Hello. Hello. Where is meteorological department?
I guess it's in Delhi.
Delhi or Pune? Pune, Delhi. Okay, so for India, there are different meteorological departments. Okay, for particular places, they given the data for that particular.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think there is a latency in the audio of mine. So this meteorological department gives the data. Then they forecast rain, right? So whenever the meteorological department gives the data and they say there will be a rain today, is it happen every day, or wherever they give that forecast on that day rain happens? Is it so?
So it's a very unpredictable data. Like it depends.
Yeah, it depends. So we're talking about this span of time. Okay, how many of you fond of this photography? How many of you are fond of photography? So there is a panoramic view, right? Since morning to eve. So for every 4 hours, that view changes actually. So this span of time is actually for 4 hours. How many hours?
Oh,
4 hours.
Hello. 4 hours. So when we talk about the 4 hours, it's the weather. Okay. And then what is climate then? This is the weather. It's a short span of time for every day for different places. Then what is climate? Should I have this?
Yes, sir.
So what is climate? If the weather for 4 hours, then climate is for how many hours? Or
It's a
years?
long-term. It's a long-term thing.
I guess it's not
This
defined.
specific.
It keeps going on.
It keeps going on. Okay. So climate is always measured for 35 to 40 years. Okay. In every 35 to 40 years, there is a climate change. Okay. So the rain that happens in Cherrapunji, it was the wettest place on earth, correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Cherrapunji is the wettest place on earth, right?
Yes, sir.
No, it's a wrong. It's a Monsoon. It's the wettest place on earth. Okay, so Cherrapunji has Monsoon has overtaken the Cherrapunji in 2015. Okay, so wettest place on earth is Monsoon. So in every 35 to 40 years, there is a climate change. Okay. So now let's talk about what is climate. Definition of a climate. Okay. Definition of climate is temperature, wind, monsoon, and atmospheric pressure. All this collectively called as climate. Okay. Or the study of this thing is climate studies. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Understood? So the temperature, wind, monsoon, and atmospheric pressure. Now, what is the Indian climate? Our topic is Indian climate, right? What type of climate India has? Hello. Or what is India's climate is called? Hello. What is India's monsoon called? Clue दे रहा हूँ. Okay. So India's climate is called what is it? Tropical monsoon climate. What is India's climate is called? Hello.
Tropical monsoon climates.
Yeah. So tropical monsoon climate. Why it is called tropical monsoon climate? What is tropical basically? We need to understand this
Greenery,
term.
like dense forest.
Dense
The
forest.
region which lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, basically everything is called as tropical.
Yes. What's your name?
Kalpesh.
Kalpesh. Amazing. That's the correct answer. Okay. So this is a Tropic of Cancer. This is a Tropic of Capricorn. Correct. And this is equator. So this area that lies between Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn is called tropical area. Okay, and India is somewhere here. Can you see this round? This is Earth.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is somewhere Earth. So we can see this Tropic of Cancer going through India. Correct. So from in how many states India have this line? The Tropic of Cancer goes through how many states?
No idea, sir.
Yeah, no idea. Okay, one answer is no idea. Any other answer? Okay, so Tropic of Cancer goes through 7 states. How many states? 7 states. So if I tell you, would you be able to write it? I'm gonna give you the state name and the place name. You with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first name is Champai, Champai. The first name is Champai. It's in Mizoram. Okay. The second place is Udaipur. It's in Tripura. The third place is Krishnanagar. It's in West Bengal. The fourth place is Sonhat. 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 It's in Chhattisgarh. The fifth place is Shajapur. 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 It's in Madhya Pradesh. The sixth place, it's Kalinjar. Kalinjarh. And the seventh place is Jasdan. 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 It's in Gujarat. Okay? You with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Also, one thing,
So these
where
are
is
the,
this Kalinjar? Which
it's
state?
in Rajasthan.
Okay.
It's in Rajasthan. Yeah. So these are the 7 states from which Tropic of Cancer goes. Okay. Now there is a river which cuts this Tropic of Cancer in India twice. Okay. That river cuts this Tropic of Cancer twice. What is that? Which is that river? The river name is Mahi. Always remember this. धोनी का नाम याद रखना हमेशा. It will be easy to remember. Correct?
Okay, sir.
Should I rub this?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So now let's talk about the monsoon. What is the meaning of monsoon now? Okay, where this word derived from? Which language? Anyone? From which language monsoon word has derived? Hello? The monsoon word has derived from Arabic language. Okay? It's a Arabic language. The real name of the real word in Arabic, it's Mosin. What is the meaning of Mosin? It's coincident or what? I don't know. Okay, but the meaning of Mosin is very straight. The seasonal change of wind directions. Okay, the seasonal change of wind directions. This is called mossing. What is monsoon then? The same thing. Why it is called? We're gonna learn. Okay. Now, any country's climate is depend on 4 things. Okay. Any country's climate is depend on 4 things. What are those 4 things? First, yes. Anyone? Okay, what I have written?
Distance from the sea level.
Correct. Distance from the sea level. The second thing is latitude. What is latitude?
Imaginary lines which bisects Earth into northern and southern hemispheres.
Correct. So these are the horizontal lines, right?
Yes, sir.
These are the horizontal lines like this. So this is another thing. The third thing is height. Okay. And the fourth thing is what? Anyone? The fourth thing is mountain position. Okay. Now, why this latitude and height is matters? There was a question. Okay. So suppose this is India. Suppose, okay. On the same latitude, though it has the climate change. Why? The reason for this is height. Correct? Why height? The Shimla's height is more from the sea level. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. So, are you getting bored? Any one of you?
No, no, sir.
Yeah. You with me, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So Shimla's height is more than Amritsar. That's why this two thing actually works for the climate. Okay. Anyway, Shimla is much colder than Amritsar. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So, so how India? So have you written this down?
No, sir. Just a moment.
Yeah. Done.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So now, how monsoon gets created? Let's talk about that. Okay. There is a in a school we have learned one thing. That is hydrological cycle. In Hindi, Jal Chakra. Correct? What is hydrological cycle? Hello. What is hydrological cycle? स्कूल को गया नहीं क्या?
Creates monsoon, sir.
Now, so this is what how it looks like. Okay, this is a hydrological cycle. So when temperature increases, evaporation start from every place where there is a water. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So it might be the sea, it might be where this evaporation goes to the clouds. Correct? So cloud deposit all this evaporation. Correct? Now we need to understand one thing. This happens because of temperature. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So temperature. So this happens because of temperature and pressure. Okay. So when temperature goes up, then pressure goes down. Okay. So it has a inverse proportion. This is the formula. Correct? P is equal to 1 upon P. When the temperature goes up, pressure goes down. And the pressure goes up, temperature goes down. Vice versa. Correct? You with me, everyone? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever this deposition happens, okay, the pressure starts building. Havana, the air has an amazing quality. Okay, that always travels from high pressure to low pressure. Okay, so when the temperature increases, will there be air? So the air will start flowing to this direction. Correct? You with me, everyone? So now
Sir, I have a
this,
doubt.
yeah, please.
So you said that temperature is inversely proportional to the pressure, right?
Correct?
But as we go up in height, that is, as the altitude increases, we know that the pressure decreases.
Pressure decreases.
So according to that, the temperature should rise up because it's inversely proportional. But as we go with the altitude, pressure also decreases and temperature also decreases. So I got a little bit confused.
Okay, so was your Akshay? Am I right?
Kalpesh, sir.
Kalpesh. Okay. So Kalpesh has a doubt. So when we go on the upside, okay, he's saying the pressure and temperature both goes down. Correct? Kalpesh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Correct. But when this happens,
With increase in height.
an increase in height, so we just saw that the height, correct? One of the point of climate change.
Yes, sir.
So that is the point. Okay. Whenever height, altitude, oh, correct, altitude then mountain positions. Okay, so this can be the factors to affect this thing, correct? Hello.
So basically, the relation is not universal over.
Yeah, it is not. It has exceptions, no? There is always exceptions.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then this condensation happens here. Then precipitation start. Again, this goes to cycle always. on our culture basically. Okay, there are 6 ritus as per our culture, Hindu culture I'm talking about. What are those? Hello. There are 6 seasons or 6 different. We have made it in 6 parts. Climates. What are those? They have given name. As per that, we celebrate the sometimes the festivals as well. Anyone?
Summer, winter, monsoon, retreat monsoon.
Okay. Have you ever heard these names? These 6 names: Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant, and Shishir. Yeah, UPSC, MPSC batch. How many of you are Marathi?
Sir, I am.
Okay, so you must have heard these names.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when exactly monsoon starts in India? This was the question actually. So any timeline to this? Any timeline to this? It's a 6, na? We have 12 months, correct?
2 months each.
Hmm?
2 months each.
2 months each, correct? Yeah, 2 months each. But when it exactly starts? 2 months each. When exactly it starts, this Vasanta? Anyone?
No idea about it, sir.
Okay.
March.
Yeah. Who is that? Do you think this is relevant? How many of you this thinks this is not relevant? Actually get the monsoon in Grishma Ritu. Okay, how? We'll learn this. in India, we get the monsoon through which winds? This is India. Huh? Sorry for the figure. Come on, guys. Okay, when actually we get the monsoon entered in India, ये छोड़ दो.
In June, I think.
अरे भाई, I think.
May,
Or you're
May
certain?
or June. Not certain, but I think May or June.
Okay, so May or June. The first answer is May and June. Anyone else? भाई इंडिया में रहते हो ना? Come on, guys. बोर हो रहा है क्या? Hello.
No, sir. No.
No, sir.
Then be attentive in these. Please speak up. I don't like to be I like the interactive class. So the May and June. So India gets the monsoon in 3 ways actually. Okay, in 3 ways. So in India we get the monsoon through southwest monsoon winds, correct? We get the rain from these winds, southwest monsoon winds. Where is southwest? This is always north, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is northeast, west, east. So this is southwest, correct?
Yes, sir.
So am I right or wrong?
So wrong. I mean, southwest will come.
East and west.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking out the things. Why I've written this like this? This is southwest, right?
Yes,
What?
sir.
This is east, no? Please be attentive, guys. Be sharp. You should have in the first place told me this. So this is east. So this is southeast, southwest. This is northwest. Correct? So we get the wind. We get the monsoon through southwest like this. Correct? But
Yes, sir.
there is another part. In India, monsoon enter in 3 ways or 3 parts. Okay? The first part. Now this is geography. Somewhere here is Rangoon or Myanmar. We can say Myanmar, correct? This is the Myanmar. Now, on the question answer was the Grishma Ritu. We get the monsoon started in Grishma Ritu. Why? Now, as someone said, we get the monsoon in May and June. So that's the correct thing. The first point, monsoon hit in India is Kerala. Correct? On 1st of June. 1st of June? How many of you heard news? The monsoon will hit the Kerala coast on 1st of June. Have you heard ever? Hello.
No, sir.
No. Okay. So it hits the Kerala coast on 1st of June, but there is another part of India. What is this? Andaman Nicobar Islands? UT, है ना?
Yes, sir.
It's a part of India only, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So monsoon hit first to Andaman and Nicobar on 24th or 25th of May. Okay. It always hit the Andaman and Nicobar on 24th or 25th May. Why? ये थोड़ा सा नीचे आता है ना. That's why. Then on 1st of June it enters in Kerala. Now there is an interesting thing. This is Western Ghat, correct? The cloud actually travels on somewhere in 2200 feet. Okay, cloud travels on 2200 to 2500 feet. Now, this is Western Ghats. The height of Western Ghat is average height. Anyone? Any range? Guys, come on, talk.
I guess it's between 2,000 to 3,000
In what? Feet or meter?
per meter.
Correct. It's a actually not 2000. It's a 1500 meters basically. Okay. The highest peak in Maharashtra of Western Ghat. Guys, highest peak of Maharashtra of Western Ghat.
Kursuba, I think.
Kursavai, don't say thing. It's a Kursavai only. Okay. And what is the highest peak on Western Ghat? Please find out. Please find out. This is homework. चलेगा ना homework?
हाँ सर चलेगा.
Yes, sir.
So the highest peak on Western Ghat. I'm gonna ask you next class, whatever class that might be, but I'm gonna ask you what you have given me. Okay, so the Kursavai's height is almost 3000 meters. Okay, it's not actually 3000, but somewhere in it's in 2500 something meters. Okay, so when the cloud travels on 2200 feet, will it pass this line, this vertical line? Can they pass?
No, it can't, sir.
Right. So they only precipitate on this area. Okay. They only precipitate on this area. So actually, the part of some Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and AP, and Telangana. Okay. Hello. So some part of Tamil Nadu, AP, Karnataka, and Telangana is called rain shadow area. Why? This cloud doesn't pass this. The whatever condensation happen, all precipitation happen on this area only. Okay, so it happens on 1st of June. Correct? Then the second monsoon area or monsoon wind comes from the Gujarat, that or Mumbai, This is a part of Mumbai. This actually starts in 7th to 15th of June. These winds hit the coastal area of Mumbai and Gujarat on 7th to 15th of June. This is basically second week of June. Correct? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Correct.
Correct. So now one part, second part. Correct? The third part is here. But it is traveling yet, right? So in this Myanmar, there is a Arkan. The mountain range is called Arkan. Okay. So due to this Arkan range, they precipitate here. But so north, there is a wind, northeast monsoon wind. It's called northeast monsoon wind. So that northeast monsoon wind take these clouds to this area basically. Okay. And the whole precipitation happened here. Which state is this? It's a Meghalaya. Okay. This is Cherrapunji and Mosinrao. Okay. The reason being the whole condensed session happened here. It precipitated here. Okay. The hill area, the mountain range is called Garo Hills. Mosinam and the Cherrapunji comes in the same valley. Okay. The highest and wettest place on earth. You with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Should I rub this?
So what's the name of that hills? It's not visible actually.
Of which one? The
Garden.
Myanmar Hills or these are Garo Hills? Garo. Please tell me. So Garo Hills. Okay. So
Okay.
it's in here, this part. Yeah, tell me. Someone was saying something. Should I rub this? Guys, should I rub this?
Yes, sir.
ये थोड़ा रखता हूँ. We're gonna need this. Okay. Now the whole precipitation happened here. Okay. But what about this part or this part? There is always reverse monsoon. So when monsoon start, it actually hit all this area, Maharashtra. Chhattisgarh is not part, it's a part of reverse monsoon, this area, right? So, but this place always gets river or monsoon 55 to 60% monsoon in the reverse monsoon. What is reverse monsoon? But there are multiple monsoon. When the monsoon is going back, it generally happens in November or December. Correct?
Yes, sir, correct.
Yeah. So whenever these clouds, now again the temperature and pressure, when we start hitting the temperature or the temperature goes down, pressure increases, correct? With this, temperature start going down here. So we'll again start flowing to this area. And when that coming back, they precipitate here. Why? Because of these hills again. Okay? Now, there's another interesting thing about monsoon as well. What is western disturbance? Why there is a what we call snowfall in this area? Why? Anyone? Why snowfalls? It's a amazing feature for India. So this snowfall happens because of, it's called western disturbance. Okay, what is western disturbance? Basically, anyone, any idea? Guys, you with me, everyone? What is western disturbance?
No idea, sir.
None of you? Okay, so here somewhere, okay, this is a world map. Look at this as a world map. Here somewhere, there is a Caspian Sea. Okay, and another sea, it's a Mediterranean Sea. So this Caspian and Mediterranean Sea, it's whatever the condensed clouds, they travel all through this area to India, and again go to Nepal, Bangladesh, and all. Okay, so they all travel to this area. This wind, this actually is called a cyclone. Okay, this western disturbance is a cyclone. So that all the way travels from this Europe to here, or the Middle East, we can say, to here, and this area they got snowfall. Okay, due to height, correct? But this western disturbance has another feature for India. What is that feature? Do you know Rabi crops?
Yes, sir, we have heard about it.
Yeah, Rabi crops. So, what are those Rabi crops? What are the Rabi crops?
Cotton?
wheat,
Wheat,
cotton, barley, peas,
Mustard.
mustard, correct? These are the Rabi crops. And what is Kharif crops? Rice, or where the precipitation is more, correct? Availability of water. So this western wind, due to this western wind, this whole area, this is what Punjab Haryana, right? That creates such a climate for this place, these Rabi crops, they naturally go at a faster rate. Okay, that's why the green revolution, correct? गेहूं ज्यादा होता है ना पंजाब हरियाणा में.
Yes, sir, correct.
So this is the reason actually, okay, that cyclone creates such a beautiful climate for these crops. They actually grow start faster. Okay.
so can you change your ink because it's too light?
Okay. Let me see. 3 of them are not okay actually. Just a moment. Okay. So this is a western disturbance. Okay. What you cannot see? Tell me.
So now we've noted down, but now
All right. All right. Should I repeat?
yes, sir.
Hello. So you understand the western disturbance? Everyone, hello. So there's a beautiful saying. It's called everything is interlinked. Okay. Why this is called in every terms? Everything is interlinked. The climate cannot be said to be alone. Okay. It has impact on everyday's life. How? Yes, how? If monsoon doesn't happen, what will happen? Will there be water? Correct? Water scarcity. This whole, whatever we have understood, this thing doesn't happen. Will monsoon happen? Hmm? Guys,
No, sir.
yeah. So it will be extreme, we'll say. Okay. It will not happen or it will be extreme. Now, if monsoon doesn't happen, water scarcity created. The second thing, the agriculture. Will it hit the agriculture? 100%. Third thing will happen. It will affect industries. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Fourth thing happened. It will affect our daily life. Fifth, it will affect water management system. Sixth thing, trans-border water treaties. Will be affected. Now discuss it one by one. The agriculture. How it will affect agriculture? The main source of any crop is water. Correct? If that doesn't happen, what we will eat? So it directly impact our daily life. How? Volatility of prices. Correct? Any crop we're gonna take or anything we're gonna take, that there will be huge volatility of price due to agriculture or due to this water. The second thing, industries will suffer. Will there be any impact on economy of this, of industry suffering due to water? It's called less productivity. Or any industry that is actually depend on water, it will suffer more, like chemicals, chemical industry. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen in the water management systems? So there will be distribution problem. How distribution problem? How much water they'll have to spare to the agriculture, to the industry, and to the civil society. So water management system will affect. Correct? Now the trans-border, this is not just for India. Correct? This will affect the trans-border as well. How many of you have heard Sindhu Treaty? How many of you have heard this term Sindhu Treaty? No one?
It's about Indus, no? Between
Yeah,
India and
correct.
In
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yeah, that's a water treaty. We cannot stop, as per UN convention, we cannot stop anybody's water. Okay, but if you don't have water, how will we provide them? We actually in a progress of one very amazing thing. We are connecting rivers. Okay, so this Sindhu Treaty, if this project starts, the Sindhu Treaty water will come to any other rivers, will it affect this integrity? Rice crops always taken in a one place where the rainfall is 100 mm plus. So less than 100 mm, you cannot take the rice crop. Okay. So the highest rainfall gets in India in which place? It's in Meghalaya. Okay, the highest rainfall. How much? This is what India gets in a year, right? The Meghalaya gets in a year 9,000 mm. Okay. How much Maharashtra get? In mm, average rainfall, guys. Okay, which place get? Anyone? Hmm? Have you heard this name? Leh. Leh gets the least rainfall. That is 20 centimeter per year. Okay. And another state is there. Twenty centimeter average rainfall in a year. We're talking about in a year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, should I have this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're talking about everything is interlinked. Correct? Isn't it? Everything is interlinked or not? We just saw.
Yes,
If the
sir.
water is not there, agriculture, industries, trans-borders will affect, and it will directly affect our daily life. So this climate change has direct effect on our daily life. Okay, so we cannot say it's a world problem. It's everybody's problem. So what are the factors that affect climate change? One is natural factors. The second thing is man-made. Okay. Now let's talk about the natural factors. Hmm? You with me, everyone?
Yes, sir. Just that the ink is slightly light, not that much visible.
Which one?
The pen you are using,
Pen?
yeah, it's light. Can't really read it.
Still, I've refilled it actually. Can you give me a moment? I'll take another one from. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Just a moment. Huh? Just a moment.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Just let me know. Can you see this?
So what's the
Can you
fourth
see
one?
this? It's the third one. These are the currents.
And above that,
This is volcanism. Volcanic eruptions.
okay.
Are they in our hand?
No.
So these are the currents. So then another thing is so Earth orbital moment. Yeah, these are the natural factors for climate change. Okay, so first factor, what is that? It's a continental drift. If there is a continental shift, okay, like if one place, this is India, okay, this is Sri Lanka, and due to tsunami, okay, in this place, it's called Sindhudurg, okay, so due to tsunami, this whole place come as an island. Okay, if you go to Takalli, you can see these islands. So this has happened because of continental drift. Here in Sumatra, the 30-kilometer shift has happened in 2004. Okay, we must know this tsunami, 2004 tsunami, right? But due to this, the island has created here, and this island actually created the many things. How? Now let's understand. This is actually related to this currents. Huh? When the continental drift happens, these currents change. Okay. What are these currents? These currents are called cold current and warm currents. Okay. Before that, let's see the volcanism. Now, just few days before, there is a volcanic eruption. Which country? Current affairs. Come on. There was a volcanic eruption just 15 days before. Not so much time has gone. Which country or which island? Anyone? You don't read the news or what?
I heard
Anyone
about
of
the
you?
Indonesia.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the Indonesia. The place name is Sumeru. Okay. This Sumeru mountain has half an hour. The whole air traffic. Okay. The whole air traffic was blocked for this region. Why? If the volcano erupts, what it erupts? Gases. Correct?
Correct, sir.
It erupts gases, different types of gases. There's smog in the air. Can you see anything when there is a smog? Very thick layer of smog. Due to this, now look at the geography of Earth. If this volcano is erupted at this place, will sun rays reach to the region, to the common man? Will there be a cold due to this eruption?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the climate will change over there, right? So if the biggest volcano will erupt, this volcanism can change the whole Earth's climate. Okay. Last year, in the Europe there was a volcanic eruption, and that has affected USA, Europe, and India. Okay. The whole three countries. After that, only the US saw the highest snowfall in a city. US has declared 3 days emergency after that. Okay. That has happened just because of volcanism. Okay. Now you'll say, sir, why that is happening in Europe and you're talking about US? Huh? So, Earth rotates,
Yes.
correct? So, with the wind, whatever it happens here will be taken to this place. Okay. That's why we say everything is interlinked. Now talk about the currents, the cold currents and warm currents. Okay. The main currents, should I rub this?
Just a minute, sir. So you can hit again.
So we'll talk about currents. Okay, how many of you watched the movies? I'm talking about Hollywood movies, huh? Not Hindi one. Huh?
So which movie?
Any movie. How many of you watch the Hollywood movies?
I do.
You do. Okay. So on currents, there is amazing movie of 2004. Its name is The Day After Tomorrow. Okay. The Day After Tomorrow. Why this movie is related to currents? Because these currents are actually a climate shifter. How? So this is Earth, okay? This is equator. In the northern hemisphere, whatever we have the ice caps, right? Ice caps.
Right, sir.
So in a northern hemisphere, whatever current flows, okay, like this, they are called cold currents, okay, and they actually move in a clockwise direction. Okay, the northern hemisphere currents are always moving clockwise direction. Then the southern, okay, they are always moving anti-clockwise. Okay. Now there is another current. If there are two, there must be a counter current. It is called counter equatorial current. Okay. Now, why is these currents are so important to the Earth climate? So, whatever fresh water released by glaciers, okay, that flows in these currents. Okay. So, oceans are made up of what? Lots of salt. Correct?
Yes.
So, how much fresh water is dumped in this salt water? Will it affect this whole area and the whole system over here? It will.
Yes. Sir.
Because the freshwater percentage in this current will change current itself actually. Right? Yes, there is a system now. We go through system. If you increase the percentage, this whole system will lag. So southern bars are always in anti-clockwise. Which current India do have? We are unique, by the way, in terms of currents as well. So in India, this is India basically, okay? And this is Indian current. This current is Indian current. So India have two currents. It changes according with the season. Okay. Can you please write down the name of those currents?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's called northeast monsoon drift. It's called northeast monsoon drift. And the another one is called southwest monsoon drift. These are the same current, the same current, but it changes the direction. So in which direction it is going, that decides its name. Okay. So I would love to give you some names of currents. Can you write it down? You should know about this current. It's a big list. So can you please write it down, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the first is west wind drift move. West wind drift move. The second one is north equatorial current. The third one is south equatorial current. Then Antarctic circumpolar current. Antarctic circumpolar current. Then Gulf Stream, GULF, Gulf Stream. Then Florida current. Florida current. Next one is Labrador current. Okay. So these are the names you should know. And please do find out which type of current are these, whether they are cold or warm. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Please do find it out. It's a very important topic. I couldn't cover it because it's a very huge topic. Currents are. That's why. Okay. Now let's talk about these are the currents, right? Should I rub this?
Yes, sir.
So if this climate shift can happen at any point of time, okay. So for the climate shift, there are man-made reasons as well. What are those? GHGs, correct? What is GHG? Guys, what is GHG?
No clue, sir.
Now, any
Yes.
clue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Greenhouse gases,
Yeah.
correct? Then fluorofluorocarbons, correct? Due to refrigerators.
But sir, aren't they a part of greenhouse itself?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they the part of greenhouse itself?
Yeah, it is. But they count it as a separate part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The third one is carbon emission CO2, the most important part. Right now, when we are talking the carbon particles per million, it's called in per million. Okay. Right now we are talking, it's in 416. Okay. When it crosses the 420 now, when it will cross 420, the whole environment will crash. Okay. And just to add, it's every year plus 2. This carbon particle per million is every year plus 2. Why? These are the reasons. This GHG actually have made our Earth in a low albedo. What is low albedo? What is albedo, by the way? Anyone from science background? What is albedo? Albedo effect. It's called albedo effect. Anyone?
Something related to the reflection of the UV rays from the sun.
Correct. So the reflection, okay, the reflection of any material thing. Okay, so we have the very low albedo due to these gases. Okay, the Earth, the more albedo, we can emit, or we can actually send these gases out very quicker. How? Due to these gases, now they have created a layers surrounded by Earth, right? So whenever sun rays come to the Earth, that cannot go out. Okay, and if that is not going out, they are increasing the temperature of Earth. Okay, with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this increasing in temperature, it is itself called as global warming effect. Okay, should I rub this?
No, sir. 100.
So now let's talk about the solutions. What India is doing for the climate change.
Yes, sir.
Should I rub this now?
Yeah.
For 5-10 minutes, if we extend, will it be okay? Everyone?
No problem, sir.
Yeah. So it's an important topic, that's why I'm covering it. Okay. So what India is doing, it's called NAPCC. Okay. National Action Plan on Climate Change. Please write it down. National Action Plan on Climate Change. This we are running since 2017. Okay. How? We have selected the 8 core sectors of Indian economy. Correct? Please write down those national missions. They are called national missions. Okay, we are running this from 2017. Why 2017? What has happened in 2015 on climate change? Anyone? Okay. This word can you see this word?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Paris Accord? United Nations?
Yes.
UNF
CC.
Triple C. Correct? United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this has happened in Paris in 2015. That's why it's called Paris Accord. So we made some commitments due to which we have started this. Okay. So please write down those sectors. These 8 missions. You ready? I'm gonna tell you one by one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The first one is solar energy. The second one is enhanced energy efficiency. The third one is sustainable habitat. The fourth one is water. The fifth one is sustaining Himalayan ecosystem. The sixth one is Green India. The seventh one is sustainable agriculture. And eighth one is strategic knowledge for climate change. Should I repeat all?
Yes, sir. Once.
Yeah. The first one is solar energy. The second one is enhanced energy efficiency. The third one is sustainable habitat. Fourth one is water. The fifth one is sustaining Himalayan ecosystem. Sixth one is Green India. Seventh one is sustainable agriculture. And eighth one is strategic knowledge for climate change. Okay. So these are the 8 sectors that we are working as a national missions. Now the second one is we have created the NCEF. Okay, what is that? That is National Clean Energy Fund. That directly goes to the contingency fund. What is contingency fund? Emergency fund. Okay, that is not taxed by Indian government. Okay, so where this fund is raised, wherever in India, okay, if we import or produce coal, okay, So there will be a tax levied on this coal. That is 100 INR, Indian rupees per ton. Okay. This is National Clean Energy Fund. Why this is tax is levied? Anyone?
Because
So
contingent.
why? So due to this, there might be a possibilities that production of coal or import will reduce. Anyway, now there is a coal scarcity, right? Now we have made 3 commitments. Should I rub this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have made 3 commitments to the Paris Accord. Okay. On when we have signed the Paris Accord, please write down the date. It's 30th November 2015. Why date is important? Just now in 2020 paper, 2021 paper, they have asked in what is the August? निकलना है 5 minutes. हाँ इसका की मार्केट ठीक है आप पहले पढ़ा लो. So why this date is important? Because in just the pre has happened somewhere in October. So they have asked about the INC accepting things. Okay, that thing was actually, the answer was August 8, 1942. INC have accepted what? Quit India. Correct. So the date is important. That's why please write down the date. Write down the date. So what we are doing for the Paris Accord. Okay. Please write down those 3 commitments by India. Okay. That is called intended nationally determined contribution. Intended nationally determined contribution. Okay. Those 3 commitments are, please write it down quickly. Increase share of non-fossil fuels to 40% of power generation capacity. Increase share of non-fossil fuel to 40% of the power generation capacity. The second one is reduce emission intensity of economy 33 to 35%.
Sir, slow down.
Okay. Reduce emissions intensity of the economy 33 to 35%. The third one is creation of carbon sink. Creation of carbon sink. What is carbon sink? It's tree plantation. So India have made a commitment that we will plant so many trees that will inhale the carbon 2.5 to 3 billion tons, okay, a year. It's one of the thing that we have made in Paris Accord as well, that is Solar Alliance. We have made pact with which country? France. Okay, we have made a solar alliance with France in 2015 itself. We have made one more deal with France. What was that? Okay, very deep. Now, another thing that we are doing, it's the BS6. Okay, so BS6, actually we have skipped the BS5, the carbon emission levels. Okay, that is by UN. In India, we say it's BS. In Europe, it's a Euro. Okay, Euro 1, Euro 2, like that. They're the carbon emission levels. So we have skipped the BS5 and we have directly jump to the BS6 just to cope up with these commitments. Okay, so this is the India's response to the climate change. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's already time actually. Sir is waiting for me. So if any doubt is there, we'll discuss it in the next class. Will that be okay for everyone?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm extremely sorry. We will connect next time. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Chalo. And you please write down your points and then we'll discuss it one by one. Okay.
Sure.
All right then. Chalo then. Everyone, good night. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much. सर मैं बता दो